Fans know that I actually read comments.
No, you're right. It's good money.
I take my time out of the day to
right.
read the comments. This one from Tony Lopez 39. I would like some signed boxing gloves from you, champ. I'm a fan of yours from Puerto Rico. Hope you see this. Well, I've seen this, and we'll try to get you some signed gloves. We'll get to you, man. We show love to the fans. Damir 414. Eyebrows look like centipedes. Still my guy. Then Swift Garcia.
Wait, that's like I said to you.
Yeah, I mean, look. A lot of people tell me, "Yo, Swift, you should do your eyebrows," but like, I'm the champ. I can't do my eyebrows. Italian _ Prince 1990. Oh God, please, no. No, don't wear them pants again. I think he means pants. First of all, he don't even got no grammar skills. Face palms. I mean, I'm the swag chin. What can you expect, man? I'll praise you, homie. You don't like the flowers? I do. Guillermo _ Flora 7. I think he put, what's that, chickens? But chickens, I guess he says I'm a chicken from fighting good people.
I guess what he means is stop being chicken.
Yeah, stop running from people. I don't run. The champ don't run. I beat them all. Put him in front of me.
Exactly how he's running.
He's beautiful too. Okay, at Danny Swift at Premier Boxing. Is anyone else with me that this looks silly?
Can he do it?
Oh no, he can't do that.
I don't think he ever put a pair of gloves on.
And his default picture is a guy crushing a pencil. At Danny Swift at Barclays Center.
Yeah.
Champ, swing me 2 tickets for me and my dad.
Yeah, we've
been huge fan of yours for 2 years. We live in NY.
Listen.
Swift Team Champ.
Alright,
birthday. His name is at the real Michael C. I'm gonna mention you back and follow you back, and hopefully I get my team to try to sort that out for you and get you some tickets. Joe Green, he's a boxer. He said Clay Thompson and Danny Swift, the same person. Yeah, a lot of people say I do look just like him. That's funny though. Roundhouse Champ, Danny Swift. We all know you don't speak Spanish, man. Stop trying to be Latino. For you, I do speak Spanish a little bit, and I understand Spanish 100%. And my mom and dad are Puerto Rican, so technically I am Latino. Maybe I'm not directly from the island, but I'm still Puerto Rican. Fact straight, Roundhouse _ Champ, buddy. I'm holding it down for the Latinos. You should be happy. Name at Mr. Sosa, bro. The 147-pound division is so stacked with talent. Don't you dare call this lane the best. Danny ain't proved it yet. And we all know his non-Spanish talking ass lost Herrera. Alright, but I know people at 147 who ain't fight nobody yet. At least I beat everybody in my division.
And I know a lot of middleweights that fight nobody, and people talking big things about these guys.
Oh, this is an Instagram comment from King _ Rodrigo. All cherries. Can I get some cherries?
Still good. Still good. They come out. They come out. Here's another cherry.
He's just being a follower.
Listen,
man, don't be mad at me.
Yeah.
I ain't create boxing,
exactly.
And I ain't create cherry picking. I'm not saying I'm a cherry picker, but I ain't creating none of this. I'm just here to destroy.
No, but you're not picking them, you eat them.
Don't be mad at me. I didn't create boxing.
Exactly.
I'm just all right. Okay. You think you could do this to me? I'll have you watching boxing on ESPN when I get through with you. Huh? Jay. Yeah, you think you can do this? You think you can do this to Haymon, huh? You think you could do this to Al Haymon, huh? That's what you telling me, huh? First you said I wouldn't do Mayweather Pacquiao. You said on the fight game that I was ruining boxing. That's what you telling me? Huh? Jim Lampley, huh? What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, it is appearing more and more that Al Haymon has outsmarted a lot of boxing fans. Now, before I get into the topic of this video and the clip that you guys just seen, let me start out by saying this. I don't take back, like, when I talk boxing, I talk from a realistic scope, like the realm of reality. I really base it off what I see. I call it down the middle. I'm objective. I try to be fair. Now, some people on their channels, they're not going to do that. That's why, like, when shit actually happens and unfolds, they look heinous. They look horrible. Like, I know a lot of people that were bad-mouthing, calling Floyd Mayweather all types of bitches and hoes and everything like that. And then the fight gets made. Now, they have to recant and retract and make other excuses since the fight is signed. Me, I didn't do that. I said, I will be pissed if Floyd Mayweather fights Cotto, but we'll see what happens. Let's wait. Let's wait till we get more evidence and then react. I've said that. I have tons of videos where I actually said that. Other people didn't do that. They just completely floored it and now they look stupid and have to, you know what I mean, pull up the e-brake. I didn't do that on my channel. So I'm content. When that fight got announced, I had no problem because everything I was saying, I felt comfortable. Now, even in the situation with Al Haymon, I made some videos where I expressed disinterest in how Al Haymon was hurting the sport of boxing. However, I don't take any of those things back, because in 2014, he did provide, and I told you it wasn't just him. I have a video where I was talking about Jim Lampley, who completely blamed everything on Al Haymon for 2014 being a bad year. Me, I did make videos saying that, oh, Al Haymon is ruining boxing for making these mismatches and bullshit. But the fact remains, we still got those bullshit mismatches. So I don't take anything I said back, because it's actually true. Danny Garcia versus Rod Salka, mismatch. Edgar Santana, a drug dealer, versus Lamont Peterson, mismatch. Leo Santa Cruz versus sparring partners, mismatch. Those were all mismatches. However, it appears that Al Haymon had a motive behind it. Like, he wasn't giving up his good shit because he knew he was doing this NBC deal. And I did a video on that. It's called Al Haymon is Monopolizing Boxing. Make sure you check it out. I went real in depth. But that's the difference, man. When you come to my channel versus some other channels, I don't have to talk outlandish and talk rubbish and stuff like that and then try to make it better. Like I said, Mayweather-Pacquiao is probably the biggest example because it's the biggest fight and tons of people made videos. But just look what people were saying then and look what they're saying now. You don't have to take my word for it, but the truth always comes out. What's done in the dark comes to light. If you watch channels like mine, you'll see I was consistent. And that's what you're going to get with me. You're going to get consistency until something changes. If I say, oh, I feel a fighter is not that skilled, then he's going to have to prove me wrong. You know what I mean? Just like the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. I specifically told you guys, let's wait and see what happens. And some of y'all didn't want to do that. You were content just pointing the finger, saying Floyd will never make the fight. He's a bitch. He's scared. And now you got to make excuses because the fight's on. We've seen the contracts, and both fighters are already basically training or about to start training. And now you look stupid. So you have to say, oh, Floyd waited 6 years, this and that. He's going to pull out with an injury. And, you know what I mean? Just senseless jokes with no basis behind it. Or the media, we forced Floyd to make the fight. It's all because the media, he had no options. Bullshit. Like, listen, like, real quick. And I'm not trying to get too distracted. But if that was the case, if media pressure, first of all, again, consistency. Some of y'all motherfuckers was saying Floyd Mayweather, right? You said a year ago, he doesn't give a fuck about the fans. He doesn't care what they think. He doesn't try to make the fight. If he did care about fans and their feelings and what the media is saying, then he would have made the fight. That's what some of you guys said. Now, fast forward to the future, the media pressured him, and that's the only reason he took the fight. So again, check consistency with people, what they say, and then you'll always be able to determine what was a lie and what's fabricated. You can't say Floyd Mayweather only made this fight because he was pressured into making it, but 6 months ago, a month ago, before we knew about the fight, you were saying it wouldn't happen. You said that Floyd doesn't give a fuck about the fans. He only cares about money, and he has no intention of making the fight. But now all of a sudden, oh, it's because of media pressure. And then some of those same people will say, oh, the fight's not in its prime. This fight should have happened 3-4 years ago. So if all we needed to do is go on strike, per se, and protest to make this particular fight, right? Then why didn't y'all do it? Like, if that's all it took was media pressure, which people have been pressuring Floyd and been calling him a chicken and writing articles and stuff like that. If that's all it took, why are we just now getting the fight? Why didn't we get it 3 years ago? Why didn't you assemble this rally or this militia of people to protest and boycott Mayweather or boycott Pacquiao or whatever until they make the fight? So again, that's how you can always determine who's full of shit and who's not. So me, I don't have to take nothing back. The stuff I said about Al Haymon, I understand his master plan. I've explained that in the Al Haymon monopolizing video. And it really appears that Al Haymon is a lot smarter than a lot of people, Jim Lampley, me at a point, gave him credit for. He had a plan. He had a vision. That's why these people weren't signing with Rock Nation and whatnot, because he had a plan. Now, what I'm talking about with and why I showed you the Danny Garcia, that was Danny Garcia and his pops. They did a video on his Facebook fan page or whatever, and they were just reading various tweets. And if you notice, something that I noticed, they didn't censor it to a level where you know what I mean, there were bad tweets in there too, and they even said Danny Garcia reads mean tweets. That's good publicity. You know what I mean? I don't even want to get into it, but basically, long story short, I used to do work with P. Diddy's barber and like do edits and videos and film and stuff like that. So I got to know a lot about the business side of things, how it works. Like when I was around them dudes, there's actual PR people, like publicists and people that give you advice. Al Haymon is an advisor. He gives you advice. He's not a promoter per se. He's an advisor. And that's what I strongly believe Danny Garcia and Angel Garcia, they didn't just wake up on like wake up in Philly and say, let me make this video. That was plotted and that was planned. And it's a good look for Danny Garcia because it shows a lot of people, like, basically, how do I explain it? Last year, Danny Garcia got tore down. A lot of people thought Herrera beat him, including myself. And then to top it off, you came back and fought Rod Salka. So it's like Al Haymon kind of dealt a crucial blow to Danny Garcia's career with that, because he's the lineal champion, and then Herrera was controversial, and then he came back to fight Rod Salka. So it's like he tore him down, but now he's building him back up. Now he's gonna give him an outlet on NBC to get that primetime exposure. He's doing things like this. Some of you guys overlook things like that, but he's doing this thing with Angel Garcia and Danny Garcia reading mean tweets. That's basically reversing what he did last year. Like, it's like, oh, showing a tender side, or Danny Garcia's reading fan tweets. Like, so for the positive tweets, obviously that makes him look like a good person. Like, oh, Danny Garcia's cool. He's going to try to give me some signed gloves, etc. And he's paying attention. So basically, Al Haymon, some of you guys may not notice this, but what he's doing is he's reversing what he did. It's like damage control. A lot of people are on Danny Garcia's helmet calling him a cherry picker and stuff like that. Now he's having some fun with it and reading mean tweets and stuff like that. That is a good, excellent PR move. Excellent PR move. And there's certain PR moves like that. Like Ellie Seckbeck, when Freddie Roach called him a Jew or whatever in Macau, China, or whatever that situation was, when Ariza kicked him, that whole situation. I talked to Ellie, and Ellie told me that he doesn't think he'll ever get an apology from Freddie Roach because Freddie Roach was advised not to, because it's an admission of guilt. Same thing. So when you have an advisor, when you have a publicist, they give you those little directions in which you should head. And I honestly feel for Al Haymon and his company, Haymon Boxing, he's giving these fighters that angle. And it's not even just the Danny Garcia tweet thing. If you go to Premier Boxing channel, make sure you subscribe to their channel. But they got a ton of videos. They got videos with Peter Quillen, and he's just talking, giving insight. They got videos with Robert Guerrero, who's fighting Keith Thurman, his dad. Now, the only critique that I've seen with this exposure, like they're doing trailers and commercials and stuff like that. Only critique I will say with this exposure thing and the feeding the public and letting the public getting to know these guys a bit more. The Ruben Guerrero one seemed a bit unnatural to me. Like, that didn't seem like, if you watch Ruben on Ellie Seckbeck's channel or random YouTube interviews, he seems different. He's, you know what I mean? He's more rowdy and like, yeah, that fucker, my son's a warrior. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like more like, like he has more grit to him. But he seemed kind of watered down in his interview. He was like, Herman's a good fighter, but my son, like, you know what I'm saying? He seemed, I don't know, maybe it was just how he was when he was filming and he was just being real chill. But to me, it seemed like they told him to tone it down or something like that. So that's my only real complaint. His interview didn't seem that authentic. And I'll try to put the link in the descriptions. But basically, a lot of people slept on Al Haymon, but that motherfucker is very smart, because what he's doing is he's bringing these fighters back into people's homes. Like, he's making them, instead of just being a fighter, now they're becoming, he's like making them more of a celebrity. He's making it more interpersonal, like where you feel like you know a little bit more. And that's how it was back in the days. People absolutely loved Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I mean? Some people hated him, I'm sure. You know, you have racism and different stuff. But a lot of people thought he was like America's golden boy. You know what I mean? He was clean cut, well spoken, athletic looking and stuff like that. So a lot of people generally liked and respected Sugar Ray Leonard. Make sure you check out that interview that I posted with Sugar Ray Leonard, his thoughts on Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather fight. But I really feel like this is Haymon's master plan. He's giving you guys, like, if you go to Premier Boxing Champs, their Twitter, their Facebook, their YouTube, he's giving you like snippets and bits and pieces of these fighters to make it more personable. So you want to root for these guys. It's like almost making it a sense of patriotism to me. That's how I'm looking at it, because he's like bringing it that good old American feeling where you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like American iconic people, like the Michael Jacksons, Hulk Hogan. Like, when you think of Hulk Hogan, you just think of America and, I don't know, fucking leg drops and shit. And I feel like he in the Rocky, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good like American underdog stories and stuff like that. And I feel he's giving the public some of that, and he's trying to give them that angle. Like, just Danny Garcia, again with the tweet thing. He was the underdog, and then he went from underdog to champion to being labeled a cherry picker. Now I really feel Al Haymon is reversing that. So drop me a comment. Let me know if you understand what I'm saying, if you agree, if you disagree, if you see Al Haymon's master plan now. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like my video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.